Mohamed Kachika. Today I'm going to talk about coffee growing. I'm at my coffee plantation. It's 15 acres here on our village in Nabalanga. My coffee is about 7.5 years. I planted it and it did grow so well. Like I always say, prepare yourself so well as you embark onto any economic activity or any activity. So I had to sink 2 underground shadow wells there. They are 50 feet, but they had a lot of water. The intention was to water my coffee. Coffee was, punctuated also with bananas and also fruit trees. I had about 450 fruit trees, mainly jackfruit and mangoes, which I have now reduced, but they're also to serve as also shelters for the young coffee and even the mature coffee. Today I'm going to caution people, those that are adopting some foreign systems without probably taking into consideration where we are, but also use my experience to share with people to get prepared with what they are getting involved into. There are equally so many young entrepreneurs who have gone into coffee farming. They went into it when the coffee prices was at its peak. It's 50-year, high. The prices that we have enjoyed the past 2 years, because of the frost in Brazil and all other aspects, we enjoyed higher prices, last seen in 1974. Coffee in the past 2 years has been at its peak. We normally sell this unprocessed coffee, the one that is still wet, at 800, 1,000. People have been selling it at 3,500, 4,000 per kilogram. And people have entered that sector at those prices, thinking that those are the returns. And everybody telling you 1/2 acre is going to give you this, 2 acres is going to give you this. There are some people who are doing it so well, like people in Masaka, Bukoma and Simbi. I was in Rengo recently. There are some people who are doing it so well. But if you're a fresher, please consider the following. Because at any one material time, Mohamed, I can share my experience, but you have to bear your own brand. You have to make your own decision, but you also should be prepared also to bear your own, mistakes, to bear for your own mistakes. So in this coffee planting, coffee can be watered, irrigated when it is still young. 1, 2, 3 years, when it is at this height, you cannot water 100 acres, 50, 15, 10 acres of mature coffee. That is so tall. This is my height. Because of the logistical problems, its roots are usually very far. You can't water everywhere. You can't be like rain. We can water them with drip irrigation when they're still in their hole and small. Number 2, whenever you water or give water to coffee, coffee can only bear fruits when there is first a dry spell. The dry spell stresses the coffee tree. When the rains come, it is when the stressed tree gets the water and it flowers and it gives you the coffee beans. People, have you ever wondered that if you are flowering, if you are watering throughout, for me in this drought season, I pour water onto my coffee, is it not going to ignite a premature flowering? All what I'm telling you is not from a textbook. I experienced it. It will give you premature flowering. It will give you flowers. But in order to maintain those flowers to turn into coffee beans, you must buy fertilizers that convert that flower into a coffee bean. One of the common ones, CAN. But on the market right now, there are so many other products. Hence, increasing the cost of production for coffee. Nobody should lie to you that you can water mature coffee. You can't. You can't be rain. And even if you did, it will give you negative results. Premature flowering. In order to maintain that premature flowering, you must use lots of fertilizers, hence increasing the cost of production. In here, I had bananas. I have 22 shadoof wells. Are they 22 or 18 now operational? Shadoof wells. But I learned it the hard way. I did put in the pipes to water my banana plantation. The moment you water, before the rain season comes, first you get the strong winds, either southeasterly winds or northeast trade winds and the rest. Those winds, if they find when the soils are soft because you have been watering, your entire banana plantation will be put onto the ground. So is Muhammad trying to suggest that no, we should leave things to nature? Absolutely not. That's why I've been telling you in my local language, Tulimenga Betulunda, let us practice livestock farming alongside agriculture or farming or growing of crops. When you have both, you can balance. People, it's not the amount of water that you are going to give the coffee or anything during the dry spell. It must be the nutrients in the soil. Muhammad Kachika brings in every single day. There are about 3 ton trucks, almost 10 tons of cattle manure, which must be offloaded from my dairy farm. One of the places where I dump it is here in my coffee plantation. We just get a single one area, the truck just goes in, pours it there, goes into another, and then the workers come and spread it. I have a yard there, manure yard. You can as well take as many as 10 fuso from my yard. Yesterday I was selling, the other day I was selling from the same, because you don't bring it direct here. But then they will spread it. And all the time people have been seeing my coffee and admiring it, that it is very good. It's not because I'm watering, despite of having the shadow of wells. It's because I pour in a lot of manure. But people are not telling the others the truth. Water, cover, mulching, and the rest, it will not work. My coffee has been growing so well and yielding so well, only suffering from theft. And when it grew so high that picking it was a problem, I decided to stamp it. It's one of the remedies. So when you stamp, new shoots will come. And in the meantime, when I had stamped, I've generated millions when I replanted in here intercropped maize. From 15 tons, where the soils were so fertile with a lot of manure, you can imagine how many tons of maize I harvested from here for making maize silage. But I also have another natural remedy. Put in some shelters. You can't imagine that I've never taken shared a jackfruit from my trees. Absolutely none. I swear in the living God. It is always taken by young people and the other thieves who even bring trucks, because they keep on removing it before it ripens. And I cannot keep on monitoring something that is unworthy. And I planted it, whether the villagers eat. So I did also prune those trees. You can see some of these mango trees. This is a mango tree here, yes. This is a coffee tree behind, This is a jackfruit tree, then coffee there. It's exactly what happens. So as we are trying to enter into these businesses, let's also learn some of the natural remedies, not only to copy from what is happening in other countries. When I look at the system, they talk of Brazilian system and the rest. I've never seen any Brazilian system coffee grower who has mature coffee, And even if those that I see in the pictures or those that I physically passed and seen, they're usually very short, in a straight line. And that's why you see in Brazil, they produce a lot of coffee because that's their way, you know, and they can use harvesters, combine harvesters, but they go through and literally, you know, removing almost everything because their coffee is usually very short, but Robusta, planting it so close to the other, I'm looking forward. It doesn't mean that I'm an authority in everything. I'm looking forward to someone to share a mature coffee plantation that is watering, or a mature coffee plantation that was planted into those 4 feet times whatever. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and it is progressing very well. Most importantly, and using and adopting the economic efficiency. Because if it is just for a case of pumping in money and the like without minding about the rate of return that you'll get, then we should now soon expect to see coffee grown in Saudi Arabia. Because you can as well, if you have your money, import the soil, desalinate the water, put them into a greenhouse, and put the right temperature for coffee, and you can have it. This implies that we should produce some of these crops at the right, you know, costs so that we can have reasonable rate of return on our investment. Have a good day.